Good morning. Do you have kid stuff in every corner of your house? Do you think it's possible to make hundreds of dollars selling your kids stuff that they don't even use anymore? On this podcast, you're going to learn about the amazing world of consignment and how it can bring value to your family. You might be here because you want to make some money. You might be here because you want to save some money. We're here to help you transition to the next season and the next size. Today is Tuesday, April 22nd, and we're talking with Jessy, one of our original consignors up in Erie, Pennsylvania at our Erie event that is kind of brand new to us, even though we've been doing it for, gosh, I think this is our third or fourth season. I probably should know the answer to that. I think it's our fourth because it was spring. So that's what's coming up today while we talk and tag with sunflower sprouts. But first, let's unbox. Happy Easter to everybody. I hope you had a blessed weekend. We're in Erie go mode over here. And so, okay, so I have a mini baby today. While I'm at it, if you know anybody who knows where I can find a shoe, I really, really loved unboxing the shoes. So if you know where I can find shoes, that would be awesome. It's hit or miss at the brick and mortars. I'm always uncomfortable mentioning the brick and mortars by name. I don't know if they care or if I care. I probably should ask somebody about that. But anyways, the brick and mortar with the big red dot that I frequent very often does not have shoes right now. And they very rarely have babies. I like to unbox babies with you guys because you guys know how I feel about the trash. If you're just joining us, my name is Jen Stickle. I'm the co-owner of Sunflower Sprouts, the largest consignment sale in Western Pennsylvania with 2 locations, one in Pittsburgh, one in Erie. I like to open up kids' toys live. I did this at the the Pittsburgh event, and I love to do it with the kids. So if you find me in Erie and you want to unbox, come find me. Anyways, they're hard to find, and these are getting like, I don't want to open up the food anymore. I like to open up the baby ones because it's stuff that I can talk to you about how to tag, right? That's how this all started. Actually, it all started in an attempt to entertain your kids on a road trip, and then it went from there. Okay, so we have I've opened up a baby before, but if you've never opened up a baby, it comes with a birth certificate, so you know we're going to get a baby inside. This is our wish list. There's a couple of things that we could get for baby. A stroller, a changing table, a crib, or a rocker. Just as a fair warning, the babies come naked. I opened up one of these in Pittsburgh with a little girl, and she thought that was hysterical. Okay. There are 3 bags, and baby accessories sell the best at our sale. If you're going to be up in Erie, not this weekend, but next, we're gonna have the largest toy room in Erie, Pennsylvania. Okay, here's our baby. Close your eyes. It's your Nike. Let's find her diaper. We're gonna have the largest. Oh, it's the green one. Did I get the green one last time? Oh, okay. Accessories everywhere. If you have little children and you're unboxing these things, they have they're choking hazards, right? So we've got, all right, here's our clue. We've got a little pump dispenser, a little bottle of something. Oh, boo. We got the same thing again. Okay. So I'm not going to put it together. Oh, wait. We did not. I thought we got another baby bouncer. This is not a baby bouncer. Okay, guys, lots of parts, lots of choking hazards. This is something that you want to give to your kids. Make sure they don't put things in their mouth. We got the changing table. Okay, so now I have a rocker, I got the baby rocker. She's over here. Hold on. A couple weeks ago, I never put it together. This is my 3rd baby, that's why. So we'll have to put these together. We'll do a little display. When it comes to selling your baby stuff, they have a very high sell-through rate. Changing tables are hit or miss. It depends on the condition. It depends on how heavy they are and if they want to lug it back out to their car. It depends if they need one. Most first-time parents get a changing table. Most parents who are having their 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, they use the floor or the bed or, the car seat. in the back, back of the car, right? Not the actual infant carrier, but the back seat of the car, or their lap. Us moms with 6 kids, we can change a diaper anywhere. So we don't always want to buy the changing table for our second, third, or fourth kid. And a huge part of who shops at our sale are having their second, third, and fourth kid. So we do have new parent pre-sale up in Erie on Friday. If you want to shop early and you want to get the best selection of infant accessories, guys, I'm trying to make room. I don't know why. Then shop our pre-sale. Come early. We really recommend that you shop our pre-sale and get a pre-sale ticket. Then we open to the public on Saturday. So new moms can come in before everybody else and kind of have first dibs at strollers and car seats and try to figure out what they need. There's we have diapers, we have baby bottles, lots of great things for new moms. It's really, really a great place to get a bunch of things because there's so many things you need, right? Okay, so if you're going to tag a big item like a changing table, then you're going to bring it into the building and you're going to get a big claim tag. We'll teach you how to shop the claim tags when you come. We'll teach you how to put claim tags on your big items if you're a consignor, but a claim tag lets the shopper know they don't have to carry it around. They can just take the pink tag, then they can keep shopping and then they can bring that up to the cash register. So it's a great way to buy a big thing and not have to lug it around the building and then come back and get it later. So we do sell big things. We ask that you use a claim tag if you're a consignor. So if you don't know how to use a claim tag, ask somebody in yellow on drop-off day, and we will help you get a claim tag on your item. And speaking of asking people on drop-off day, sorry, I still have some of my breakfast left, so please forgive me. One of my favorite helpers on drop-off day is Jessy. So I'm going to bring her on into the screen, and we're going to talk to her all about all things consigning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How funny with this baby stuff. I get all like, I'm excited, and then I'm sad because I got to change things I have to put together. I have like first parent, like remember when you like build everything? I don't know. Yeah. And like you have like this first parent PTSD where you're like building everything and you have to like put the changing table together, the crib together, and you don't know how the toys go on the mont.
I know. It's a whole thing.
I know. It is a whole thing. How are you this morning? Good morning.
I'm good. Good morning. It's our first day back from spring break. So we're just trying to like get back into the groove, you know?
Us too. Yeah. Not everybody made it on the bus this morning. So yeah. We had some carpooling to do.
Yeah. I get it.
You have a good Easter?
We did. It was really nice. We were just here at home with my parents, but it was like relaxing and joyful. So
good.
It's all good.
Random question. Are the baskets hidden at your house or not hidden?
They're not hidden. Okay. I am too like type A for that. So I, put them together nicely and then line them up in kid order. So everybody like knows where they go. So
yeah, Jessy, this is why you and I are such good friends.
Yeah.
Oh, but then like, because what happens though is with the 6 of mine, it's just like pure chaos.
Yeah. I mean, we still have like an element of chaos, but I like to trick myself into thinking that lining them up in kid order eliminates some of that chaos.
Yeah. You can tell I've gotten lazy too, because I used to like, when I would find contents, and whether it was of stockings on Christmas or baskets at Easter or like even Valentine's Day bags, when I would find like contents of what belonged to a certain person, it was super important to me that they like went back in their baskets or they went back in their bag and they were all still sorted. Yesterday, Jessy, I walked around the house with a box and I just put everything in one box.
You're like, come and get it if you want it.
Yeah, I don't care which bubble blower is yours. I don't know if you care which bubble blower is yours.
Right.
Have at it.
Right.
But that's just me getting lazy because I'm still like, oh, geez, it's all in one box.
Yeah.
So anyways. All right. So you were one of my very first consignors in Erie.
Yeah.
How did you find out about us?
I actually saw on Facebook. So Julie, who is another one of your consignors, I think she started in Pittsburgh. She was just sharing about it on her social media. And I have always been kind of like a secondhand girl shopping for myself. And so the idea of being able to get stuff for a better price, plus also be able to sell some of the stuff that I had because we have 4 kids was really enticing to me. And she made it look really easy. And I was like, okay, if Julie can do it, certainly I can do it. So here we are.
Yeah. Okay. So you have 4 kids. What's your range?
Yes. So Emma, our oldest, is almost 13 next month, entering into the teenage years. And then we have Anna, who's 11. Ava is 9. And then my little baby Caleb is 5.5.
Oh, I love it. And now some of them cheer, or all of them cheer? Who cheers?
So Emma is a competitive cheerleader, and she also does school cheer. But this year, Ava is old enough to join the cheer squad. So she is saying that she would like to also. Okay. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
It's always tricky with the ones that follow. Do they want to do just like their big brother, big sister, or do they want to do something completely different?
Yeah, it is. It is. And the whole thing of like an older sibling not claiming a sport solely for themselves. Like your siblings are allowed to also do that. So
and they might actually be good at it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's both of those conversations.
Yeah. I love it. Okay. So how long have you been, so you said you love to like thrift and stuff. How long have you been shopping consignment, or had you before, like kids?
I had not consigned kids prior. There was a store in Erie that would do like women's consignment. And so I did that a couple of times several years ago. I'm not sure if it exists still. And then I actually worked for many years at another like secondhand type of store in Erie. Not the same concept, but it taught me the concept of like looking through your items. How do you decide what is good enough to sell and what, maybe just isn't worth extending. So, yeah.
Taught you all the tricks of the trade.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I actually used to do the same thing. I worked at the brick and mortar. That is my competitor. And I don't know about you, but as a mom, I don't know when, like, I couldn't have a job because I have to drive taxi.
Yeah.
And so like they wanted me to work evenings. I was like, listen, I can put the kids on the bus and come in every single morning and open for you, but I can never close for you because I'm a taxi driver.
Yeah.
Right. So Josh. I think we're having internet. I think I have too many people on the Wi-Fi because I still have some people home. Did it lag out? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You kind of froze for a second, but it looks okay now.
Yeah. Okay, so when you shop at Sunflower Sprouts, what do you look for first? So just so everybody knows, Jessy's one of the first people to shop in Erie because she is on my staff. If you want to help out with us or be on our staff, email us at hello@sunflowersprouts.org. And if you just want to volunteer, you can do that too. So my staff shops first, and then my helpers, and then our consignors. So you're one of the first people in the door. Where do you like to go first?
So for the girls are always like, look for all the name brand everything. So I am generally looking for them in clothes and shoes for like name brand stuff. Because that's what they want, and stuff I don't necessarily want to pay full price for. And then I always check out the toy floor because there's always really great stuff. And, my girls are older, but Caleb still loves a superhero, Paw Patrol, all of those things. So we found him some great toys. So I tend to start in both of those locations. Okay. Name brand clothes, superhero toys.
Superhero toys. Did you get one of the Paw Patrol towers last season?
We didn't get a tower, but we got some. What is it called? Oh my gosh, I can't come up with the name. Something. And I think it was another one of the Pittsburgh staffers. Like it was a superhero something, Misty maybe. And she said her son was like finally ready to pass along his superheroes, and Caleb got it. So she was excited that another little boy got to have it. So it's all good. Great.
So I don't know if you remember last season in Pittsburgh in the fall, there was this life-size Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. And I think it was Michelangelo, the blue guy. And he came home to our house, and he really didn't okay. So when we were at the sale, he had dinner with one of my boys. They took him out. They carried him around like they were besties. And then he sat literally in the exact same spot in the toy room for 6 months. And so spring came back around and I was like, hey guys, how about we let another little boy have a turn with Michelangelo? And they were like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Awesome. So I got a text a couple days after the sale from one of my staffers, and she had got it for her son for his 4th birthday. And he's just
Oh,
like hugging him.
I love it. I love
know.
it.
I do too. And it's kind of like Toy Story 3 vibes, right? Where it's like they're
Yeah.
having another life with another
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah. I
That's
also
really
think that it teaches, like, I feel like for our family, it's become such a like truly family thing where the kids are all kind of thinking, I don't really play with this anymore. We'll put it aside for Sunflower. They help me, get stuff ready to tag. And my oldest loves to be the one to type in the stuff for the tag. And so I feel like it's a good lesson for them too, of like not just hanging on to stuff for the sake of hanging on to it. So it's like one of those things where I get to hang out with friends and enjoy myself at the sale and make some money, but it's like a life lesson that my kids don't realize they're being taught. So
yeah. No, it's true. It's true. Well, and I think one of the things that has happened in our household is that my boys, so Paw Patrol has been around. It's a brilliant marketing, like their company, it's just brilliant, right? And my oldest was a Paw Patrol fan, and then new characters, new movies, new toys, right? So you get it. So we have literally bought and sold the fire truck, Chase's fire truck, 3 times, right?
Yeah,
over the last, 15 years of consigning. But it was like, to your point, it was like, it was easy for them to let go of Chase's fire truck because they were like, you know what? I can find it again.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, so then when the next movie came out and they got excited about it again, we got a new fire truck and we went and bought it at Sunflower Sprouts. And then after it collected dust, we sold it.
Right.
Right. And it was pretty cool. It was cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So, all right. So, what surprised you about shopping consignment? Good or bad? I don't know.
I think that sometimes there's this misconception that if you shop consignment or if you're thrifting things, that stuff is junk and it's old and it's worn out and there's no life left to it. And I would say it's completely the opposite. Like, I'm always a little stunned at what people are getting rid of, but then I understand it because I do the same thing. So I feel like I've just been surprised at what you can find through consigning, and like that nobody would ever know the difference, aside from the fact that I'm always like, I got this at Sunflower Sprouts, or I'm going to sell this at Sunflower Sprouts.
Right. It's actually caused me to get a little lazy at home. So I bought this, I bought a piece of clothing before Easter on the internet, right? And I bought it and it came and I wasn't really a huge fan of it. And I did not order on Amazon. So it is not a very easy return process, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, do I actually want to return it or am I just going to resell it? Like,
yeah, right. No, I know. I get it. I have that same process in my head.
Yeah, because it's still new with tags. And that's what I tell myself. I was like, I can get a lot back for it because it's new with tags. Now I could return it for full price. I'm completely aware.
Yeah.
But that return process is so annoying.
But I think that's the thing I always tell people about Sunflower. Like, you actually get a pretty good return on the items that you're selling. Yeah. And for me, it's become this like method and process of how I price my items and all that, thinking through how to get the most out of the item while making it sellable, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So I think that's the other thing that would be surprising about consigning is like how much you can actually make on the items. So it really is worth trying to do that versus just donating everything. Right. Not that that's bad, but
no, right.
There's value in looking at consignment first.
Yeah. And there's literally money laying around your house.
Yeah.
I remember fun fact. One of my favorite stories with Jessy is she brought in, I think it was like an outdoor play set, if I remember correctly. It was one of it was going to be the big ticket item. Like, I knew it was going to be one of the first things to sell, and it came in and it was very underpriced. And I was like, I'm going to change this tag right now.
Yeah.
A little bit more money. And we did. It sold immediately.
It did for the price that you were like, we can definitely get this for it. And we did. You were right.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't ever mind telling people like, you should increase to this, but I don't like telling people like always, but it was one of those things that I knew was going to sell really quick too.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
In great condition. So your hubby put it together. I remember it was
he did. He brought his tool bag and he was ready to go. It, like I said, it truly is a family event. We were like planning out our calendar and he was like, do I need to take off Wednesday for drop off? And I was like, yes.
I love that. So speaking of drop off, Jessy's going to work our goodbye table. So if you're one of our consignors, make sure you stop and see Jessy. She's going to teach you how to use your friend a consigner pass.
Yep.
It's not for you. It's for a friend. We had a bunch of people try to consignors show up with a friend a consigner pass. And we're like, no, you need to give this away to somebody. She's going to give you your swag bag. She's going to turn on your tags for you. If you have any questions, she's going to be there to help you. So make sure if you're one of my Erie consignors and you're watching this, that you say goodbye to Jessy. We got to find you a balloon.
Yeah. And I really love meeting everyone. I think that's one of my favorite things about being on staff is like every sale I try to challenge myself to see how many consignors I can remember from drop off day to when they come and shop. So that we can like continue the conversation. So I love that part of it too.
That's awesome. And that means so much to me. So just so you know, the night that the consignor shop is prom. And so my daughter will have prom that night on Thursday night. So I'm going to sneak back home for a little bit, take pictures, and then I'll come back. So make sure you meet all, because I'm so excited to meet all the new consignors.
I know it's one of the best parts.
120 consignors.
Yeah, that's amazing.
120. I'm so excited.
That's so fantastic.
Yeah, it is. So for shoppers, let's ask do one more thing as we shop, because it's one of the things that we love to do as consignors. What is your best shopping tip, piece of advice for somebody who's coming to Sunflower Sprouts for the first time?
So I think there's two things that kind of go together. The first thing is before you come, take a minute to think about what you're looking for. And don't let yourself like get totally overwhelmed by the amount of stuff, because if you walk in and you're like, I'm looking for a Nike sweatshirt, I'm looking for a baby bathtub, I'm looking for a small bike, that will help you focus where you're going within the floor. And I think the other thing is come with the expectation that you're going to be patient and you're going to just like be looking through stuff. It might not be like you walk in and immediately find what you're looking for, but I can almost guarantee that you will find what you're looking for.
Yeah. Put in a little bit of work and you'll find it.
Yeah. And I also think that, and I tell people this when they check out, come back. Like, don't just come once, like come back, because sometimes, it's full and you just have to look through things that have already been looked through and you can find a whole nother set of things. So think of it in terms of like a shopping weekend.
Right. And sometimes you just need a break, right?
Yeah.
And you just go back and you know what I mean? It's not like we go to Target and we like get shopping every department every time we're there.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But on that note, people do travel down. Like we have people come over from Youngstown. For Pittsburgh, we have people come up from Morgantown. I know when we're in Erie, we have people that come over from Ohio and New York.
Yep.
So if you are going to come and, make the day of it, it's totally worth the drive. But then, just pace yourself, take a break in the middle. There's a rumor that there's going to be a kid concession stand being led by some children this season.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah. So, all right, great. Now, do you use a wagon or do you just shop into a bag?
I usually just carry stuff and then bring kids and have them carry stuff. But the wagon actually would be that would be like the ultimate way to do it.
Right. I know. I saw a mom, she had like the really big wagon. I was like, oh man, that's awesome. What's it called? The Wonderful or something? Oh,
something like that. Yeah. They have all kinds of good stuff.
They do. That Wonderful wagon makes me want to have more kids. I love it. It's amazing. So, okay. So you've been selling, how long have you been selling with us? Do you know?
So the first sale was fall 23.
Okay.
Maybe I don't.
Your account.
So whatever the first sale was.
Yeah,
So I've sold at every sale that has been at Erie.
yeah, you're one of our OGs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you do with your paycheck?
So we, busy with kids, have lots of activities. So we kind of reserve it in the spring for summer activities. We get a pool membership in Edinburgh, so it goes towards helping for that. We're taking our kids on a surprise vacation that they don't know about yet. So we're going to put some of it towards that.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And then in the fall, it's usually Christmas money. But it's like, I mean, I tell people, and this is no exaggeration, you can make good money. Like I expect to walk away with a couple hundred every sale, easy.
Yeah. It's true. You can make, I mean, our average paycheck in in Pittsburgh, I think is around $400 this season. We haven't run the Erie numbers because we haven't paid anybody yet, but it's not that far behind.
Yeah, I would agree.
Our Erie consignors they're super happy. And you're right. A lot of them are so surprised at how much, number one, they can make, but just they're surprised at the money laying around their house. Like, I can't believe I had all this here and that I actually can sell it and make some money.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you love about selling? Is it the paycheck or is it the people? Is it the,
I think one of the things that I love about it, and this goes to your point about like the Toy Story 3, is like there's, as a mom, there's some level of emotional attachment to stuff that your kids have used over the years, especially that baby stuff for me. And it really feels good to know that it's going to another family. And I actually love when I'm checking people out and I see some of my stuff going out. I don't always say anything, but it just kind of brings joy to my heart of like, somebody else is going to enjoy this. And so I don't know, I like that. And like I said, I love meeting the people. And it's funny because there have been people that I have met at Sunflower that I'll like see out and about and we like talk. So I feel like it's starting to create its own little community in Erie, which is awesome because Erie's at the heart a small town and everyone's connected one way or the other. So I love that Sunflower is like creating its own little community. Yeah. And I love being a part of that.
Oh, we love you. It's my favorite thing as the people. You're right. And the community. Yeah. So fun. I ran into one of my consignors at a baseball game. I was at the airport. I was at the Pittsburgh airport with my kid. And all of a sudden I hear somebody go, Jen. And it was somebody working at the airport. She was on my consignment.
I love it. Yeah, it really is. It really is like a little family. It's great.
I know. It's great. It's great. So was there anything that was really hard about selling?
I think the first couple of times I felt overwhelmed at the process of gathering everything, pricing everything, putting the tags in, then putting the tags on. But I feel like it's one of those things you just got to get through that first sale and then you kind of like figure out how to do it. And I think that, my process is gather all of the items, put it in one space, spend a day making the tags, print the tags out, and then on another day, tag everything. And so if you can pace yourself, then it's okay.
It's so funny. I do the exact same thing. And I love to ask people because we have a lot of consignors who do 10 at a time because that's what prints out on a page.
Yeah, so that's a good idea too.
Tags, then they'll print the 10 tags, then they'll put those 10 tags on, and then they'll start again. And I'm always fascinated to see how consignors do it differently. And I love it. I love it. And so our maximum number of items you can sell in a season is 350 per consignor, but our minimum is 25. And that's the reason that the minimum is 25, because it's like, if you can just start small, if you can just do 25 things, right? And just try it. And then it gets easier. I tell people it's just like grocery pickup, like the first time you do it, you're like, where do I park? What am I ordering? Is my credit card in my app? And then by a couple weeks later, you have all your favorites saved. You have a regular order, and you've got it figured out. So
yeah, for sure. And I think that like doing things on your tags, like saying this is new, or if you have, like, I know I sold a diaper bag one time that was like a pretty nice diaper bag that it was priced pretty high. We buy it new. So I printed out the page from the original website so people could see the value. So things like that, if you want to go the extra step, really can help your items move quicker.
Yeah. So Jesse's talking about value card. It's such a great idea. So you can do it. It doesn't even have to be the original place you bought it. You can like find your item on Amazon or on Target, and you can print out their page, and then it'll tell you what it's retailing for, so that when you go to sell it, like the people who are buying it can actually see like, oh, okay, this has a lot of value. Because sometimes moms are looking them up on the internet. Sometimes they're just disciplining their kid who's, crawling under the table. Yeah. So it's so helpful for our shoppers when you attach a value card. And we love it when people do that, especially on the bigger stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. So what's your best first time tip? Do you have any like your favorite tip? Or like if you were, tell somebody who's just starting out, where would you start with like your best tip?
I think if it's your first sale and you just want to see how things are going to go, skip the clothes and go for the larger items, outdoor toys. If you have any baby equipment that you're done with, go that route. Because I think those are the things that tend to go really well. So I would start with the bigger items and maybe wait for the clothes.
Yeah, you can tell Jesse's a seasoned consignor. That's a great piece of advice, because we think that our money is in the totes of bins of clothes in our attic, and it's really not. Those aren't our cash cows.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what sells best for you? Like the stuff that you've sold through the years, does anything sell really well or not sell really well?
I think my clothes, I feel like don't sell as well. And I think that a lot of that is because the clothes I'm selling are not like name brands necessarily. They're name brands, but not like, I'm not selling a Nike sweatshirt yet or Under Armour. It's
You're
more like
collecting those things.
Yeah, right. It's more like Target brands that you just wouldn't price high anyways.
Yeah. Because you're probably getting rid of your toddler stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're not quite, because her kids are older, so she's not getting rid of those name brand stuff. She's collecting all that. What she's getting rid of is her younger stuff.
Yeah, and so like we have sold all of our baby items. We sold our crib, we sold our mattress, we've sold a lot of the larger outdoor toys that the kids don't play with anymore, like the toddler slide, the toddler basketball hoop. We sold a bounce house once. So I think the big items that like parents want to have available for their kids, but we don't want to spend the full price on, is what's sold really well for me.
Good. That's great. Yeah. And you can tell, and especially as we're headed with the spring season, those outdoor toys, those water tables are going to go.
Oh yeah.
Thursday morning, they'll be gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So bad. There was this cute couple that walked into Pittsburgh. I think it was Saturday morning or Sunday morning. And they were like, do you have any outdoor toys left? And I was like, no, sweetie. They sold so well, and they sold very quickly on, Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
So if you're a consignor, those outdoor toys, price high, and clean them up a little bit.
Yep.
But they're going to sell amazing.
Yeah. And I think like I've sold all of my strollers.
Yeah.
All those, all
such
of
a great
things.
thing to buy resale, right? Because strollers don't really wear and tear, and they're so expensive.
Especially, when you're, like you said, when it's not your first kid and you need something for dad's car or to keep at grandma's house. Like this is such a good way to get those extra things that you want to have around, but you just don't want to have to spend the full price on. And like I said before, it's going to be good quality. Like I promise they'll be surprised at the quality of the stuff that comes in.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know a whole lot about us, we actually inspect every item that comes into the building. Now, that's a big job, and we're humans and we miss some things, but everything, it has to be working. It has to be stain free and no tears and no rips, and you have to clean off, no dirt. And so, yeah, you're right. It is surprisingly in good condition. So any tricks for selling clothes? So here's the tricky thing. I know that Jessy said her clothes don't sell well. Don't forget, Jessy has a bunch of girls too.
Yeah.
So boy stuff sells way better than girl stuff. Part of the reason is just sheer quantity. If you ever look at our racks, there is way more girls' clothes than boys' clothes. So what are your tricks for selling your girls' clothes?
I try to go for the things that are more unique. So like a plain purple shirt isn't going to grow as great as like a tutu dress with Elsa and Anna on it that has sparkles. You know what I mean? So I think I look through my stuff and I'm like, what's the most interesting, unique, exciting piece here? And try to sell those versus the things that are more plain, like you said, because of the amount and the volume.
Yeah. Now, do you bundle and make outfits when you sell, or do you sell like your t-shirts separate from your shorts?
I generally make outfits because I think that helps people because like, you know, moms are always like, okay, I get the shirt. What shorts are they going to wear with it? So I try to bundle and put things together as much as I can for that.
Yeah, and do the work for the shopper, right? Because honestly, you've already done the work as the mom. You know exactly what she wore together and what worked and what didn't. Like, oh, that's the wrong yellow, you know? Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
And if I do, I think when I've done the more plain things, it'll be like 3 different pairs of leggings, gray, black, and blue together. And that goes well, I think, because then you're getting a set. And you don't have to keep looking for more.
Did you ever sell your cheer shoes? I mean, like, did they sell? I know that they were on the floor.
Yes, they did.
Did they?
Yeah.
That's great. And because they were in great condition, right? Those cheer shoes.
They were. And
they even had the color tag thingies. What are those called? Help me out.
I don't know what they're called.
I was like, shit, I'm so embarrassed.
No, I don't know. I don't know if they have a specific name. Yeah, they did. And I think, I mean, that's for me, like, that's why there's this mental process of I can sell these things. I think I priced those for $10, which is under what you would, you know, purchase them for, but you still get enough of a return that it's worth it.
Yeah.
To do that.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Are you done tagging?
I'm not done tagging. I have like done the first round, but actually Emma came home the other day and she was like, you've been home all day. Did you find anything else to sell? And I was like, I'm still looking.
Yeah. So, although that happens, doesn't it? We like start to go places.
Well, or like I'll start gathering, like we had this, it's a waitress outfit. So it's like the tray and like this outfit that is really cute that the kids really wanted to sell. And I was like, we don't have all the parts. So they're like finding the pieces. So we're like piecing our stuff together and then we'll get it all ready.
That's awesome. I love it. And for those of you consignors who are watching, it's totally normal to still be tagging today. So last day to enter a tag is going to be this Saturday at 11:59 p.m. And then we shut down all the tagging process. And then we take and pull everything out of the cloud, put it into our POS. And then, like I said, on drop-off date, Jessy's going to turn on all your tags for you. So it is totally normal to still be tagging. We have significant number of tags that go into our system as late as Saturday at 11 p.m. Actually, our in-house staff, we watch that number climb on Saturday because it's just every time you refresh it, it's going up. It's great.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
And I would bet that a lot of it is like people just doing that last minute. I gotta get, you know, this one last thing to add on.
Yeah. So don't hesitate. If you've registered and you haven't started and you think that it's a lost cause, don't try to sell a couple things. And don't forget, in order to shop consignor shopping night, you have to drop off 25 items. So a consignor, registering to be a consignor is not a pre-sale. It's not just like a ticket for Thursday night. You actually have to sell with us to be able to shop Thursday night. So, but then you get to shop before the public and before all the pre-sales and everything. So it's a great privilege too. It's a great privilege. So Jessy, I'm so excited to have you on today. This was so much fun. Thanks for chit-chatting with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I'm going to let you get back to your tagging. And again, don't forget to say hi to Jessy at the goodbye table to this, next weekend, not this coming, but the one after that. I'm so excited. So we'll be there Wednesday. We're dropping off, which is April 30th. Thursday is, like I said, that's a pre-sale day. So all of my staff shops first, then my helpers. So if you want to help at our sale and volunteer, you get to shop early. And then my consignors get to shop. There is a pre-sale on Thursday night if you'd like to get a ticket. Friday is a day filled with pre-sale tickets. You can get pre-sale tickets in the morning, and those are paid pre-sales. There's a couple of free pre-sales in the afternoon. I apologize. I don't know if they're sold out right now. I forgot to look before I got on here. And so those are all day Friday. New parents, grandparents, our hometown heroes, our working parents come in at 5 o'clock. If you're part of the Coffee and Chaos closed Facebook group, they're coming in Friday night. And then Saturday morning, we are open to the public, and there is still going to be tens of thousands of items left on our floor. So come in and check out all that on Saturday. Sunday is discount day. What does that mean? If the tag says no discount, there's no discount. Everything else is 50% off. So there are deep discounts on Sunday. There's going to be a lot of things left on Sunday. So come on out after church and check out and see what we have. That is a great time to get like play clothes or extra things for grandma's house, or an extra pair of clothes for in the car, or books. Tons of books are a really great thing to get. DVDs for in the car. Just an extra pair of shoes. You know what I mean? It's just such a great day to come out. The discounts are deep, and it's a fun day to shop. So also, if you head over to the Erie Blood Bank next week and you donate blood anytime next week, you're going to get a voucher to use at our sale. So go give some blood, get a voucher, come on over, and then check us out afterwards. So that's an awesome thing that you can do as well. We are doing a canned food drive while we're going to be up there to support the Red Door, which is a soup kitchen here in Pittsburgh. And then, and that's just because as a business, we pick one nonprofit for the whole season. So, but anyways, yeah, so there's a lot of exciting things going on. If you have any gently used stuffed animals that are smaller than the size of a shoebox, you can also bring those in for Operation Christmas Child. Yes, they are already starting to collect those. And Kathy would love your gently used stuffed animals. So who is ready for spring 2025? We're in the thick of it. Erie is next weekend, May 3rd and 4th. Consignor registration is still open, but we only have a couple days left here to tag. Pre-sale tickets are available on our website. If you want to shop at our event and get incredible deals on shopping, head over to our website and get on our mailing list and stay up to date on all things sunflower sprouts. If you're ready to get rid of the stuff, the kids' stuff that is taking up the space in your house, get a box, get a bin, or dump out a laundry basket and just start collecting. And then register to sew with us at Sunflower Sprouts. Jessy, thanks again for a great morning.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.